Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane. We are off here to an exciting one that is on Holotny Farmer. We shall be watching Helpinghans here fighting for Germany, for the Reich, for the Panzerdivision Leer versus HappyPhace, fighting for the United States of America. Holding up the line here for the 2nd Infantry Division as the Panzer Leer unleashes an assault straight into a veteran division. Already here proving with the rifle company and pouring out some veteran riflemen right there, following up with more regular riflemen. And at Helpinghans side we are looking here at some gun start. Commanders are Spearhead, Jaeger Armor and Mobile Defense. Been a bit while since we've seen Mobile Defense in play. Back here to HappyPhace. And of course that is one of the sort of trickier things there with the rifle company right off the bat. You can almost call it an extra squad there, which really gives you an early presence advantage. Plus of course there'll be veteran, in some cases already close to a veteran. It's a bit naughty in that way. Of course he will be going against a rather veteran player like Hans. Let's see if Hans doesn't have some tricks up his sleeve. That's so far rolling out there aggressively.
Us to better prepare our infantry.
Points being secured. Bit of aggressive barbed wire going up, immediately setting up sort of denied cover, and of course ensure those damn Yankees don't steal off this tractor. I hear they all from Detroit. Thieves. Anyways, aggressive pushing towards the south. We're seeing here so far HappyPhace, interesting enough, he's not trying to go for an early engagement there, sort of trying to push Hans off using his veteran troops, which is also interesting to note. Hans is actually ignoring the fuel. Now that's definitely a bit odd there. Usually you'd see a player go straight there for the northern fuel, and certainly you might also expect a player with veteran infantry to actually go for it, but it seems like neither is sort of interested in that initially. In fact, Hans seems more interested in sort of stabilising the front, sort of make things a bit hard to move around. In fact, also wiring off things here. They're going to be my engagement. Not really good for the riflemen though, I mean, just one man firing here from the top of the church. Meanwhile, rifle moving up there. MD42 setting up shots, slow sneaking in. There's holding up, everything forces moving up. Nope, realising. Ah, shit, there's barbed wire in the place, Jerry. Oh dear, not barbed wire. I hate that. And so there we go, barbed wire further. He's simply going to make it difficult to sort of enter towards here. They'll have to sort of take a very broad road out here. Also falls on a bit more negative cover. But again, rather delayed capture there with the fuel point by Helpinghans. I'm deeply surprised by that. It is highly irregular here, and I'm supposedly might be thinking, you know, he wants to sort of again make things a bit secure there before going forward. That's really my best suggestion for there. Go another veteran rifleman unit. This time exactly veterans you want. Apparently they just joined in about the end of Normandy. Setting secure, rifle moving up, just moving for the centre of victory point, rifle holding up in the church, firing off there for a bit more windows. But Hans very much playing from a defensive aspect. Probably not feeling very confident, of course, dealing with veteran rifle, and pretty much again, if you do see a player with a rifle company, I mean, you're pretty much going to see it. And this stage, they also should have shifted over the sort of rotational commanders, which in fact will include rifle companies. I imagine there's going to be a lot of that. Also early up might be here, good job there from HappyPhace, certainly not a bad idea. Considering the opponent is playing, he could be expecting S-mines, which would definitely be quite painful. There we go, Hans found to cut the fuel point, also known here as Sniper has arrived, the Scharfschütze. There you go, Rifleman straight into the Pioneers, stopping up there, good, engaging at range. Pioniere zurückfallen. Bit of shooting there going on. And slowly advancing. Snubbing up their support, of course, needs to be a bit careful. Holding up very much here, trying to hold the victory point there, trying to buy himself time, I imagine. South is largely American with pretty much no opposition there from the Krauts. And there we go. Dan went down. And there you go, Rifleman up there from the south. Yeesh. The guys might have to retreat later on, and there we go, Sniper falling back, quickly sneaking up behind the fence. And also noting here, very aggressive taking the fence in a straight move for the captain here. Also Browning automatic, of course he's already holding most of the map, so he's pretty probably feeling pretty confident about things. And also the late fuel acquisition by Hansen also going to make it much more difficult to sort of put up a response to that. So of course, I mean, he could go for an anti-tank, or he could go for a pack house, so he could be feeling very confident, very bold. Again, he's got a lot of fuel, and in fact, in about a bit over a minute, he could actually get a Stuart light tank, which would actually allow for oh, never mind, still even then, doesn't cost a lot of fuel there, so still in a minute or two, he could get a Stuart light tank up and punish his opponent with that. So things could already here getting very, very hot for Hans. And there you go, using the kit there to clear up the part wide. Good job there, already sort of removing some of Hans's obstacles and defenses there around the northern farmstead. Sniper here firing away, getting off a few good shots there. Down to one man, and there we go. Now MD42 comes through, and there we go. We're actually seeing a small force moving down range. Now Hans is spreading out a bit here. He needs to be a bit careful. Rios on could go down, could go down. Oh, he makes it and escapes. The Wrath of them, but there we go. At the same time, Wrath picks up there. Good job there. Taking advantage of the fact there's nothing covering there. Nice exploitation there by HappyPhace. I'm sure he's making a very happy face about it. Like to make us companies up. Closing in there on the Stuart. He might want to push up with something then. I mean, he's got an option here for the scout car, though he has to be careful, of course. And he's probably already seen the captain. I mean, his captain's lost one, so he might have once sort of again realised, you know, there's a captain on the way, which also might want to inform him that a scout car, for example, would actually be a bit more of a dangerous thing, actually. So Pack 40 would be an early idea. And MD40 and also in serious trouble. In fact, Hans is in a bit of a struggling position. The north of traffic been lost here, point being cleared out. And he could lose the MD40 here to HappyPhace, which definitely give HappyPhace something to be happy about. But there you go, counter-attack mobilised, rapidly pioneers, and there you go, the captain is caught out in the open. And rapidly forced to leave. And there we go, Stuart on the way, and again, just a few minutes passing, good call it in. Setting up a bunker there, and also knowing Hans actually got plenty of munitions, he could consider some light machine guns, which certainly help versus the rifleman though. Already here, he is aggressively equipped with Browning automatics. In fact, the Veteran 2 units all been equipped there with 2 helpings of it. Less so for the other squad, the rookies. Yeah, you don't get any bars. Well, you might get some chocolate bars, but not the actual bars. Well, there we go. Kind of is caught in a very vicious hellstorm there of bullets from the Browning automatics. Again, the Veteran 2 rifle will definitely be a massive vision. There you go. Sniper Veteran 1. He could try and find incendiary around there and actually sort of stun up the rifleman. Or to maybe get a few good kills there. Will he do it? No, apparently not. And there you go. Scout car rifle. That will soon be in a lot of trouble. Rifleman taking up position, a very dominant position. There they go. Minefield up, trying to sort of make things more difficult for here. Though I think he sort of wants to sort of focus them around here, where sort of putting more effort up. They like to punch speed back moving out. They're 2-2-2-2. 2-2-2-2. Oh well. So far the scout has been trouble. He's been very a bit sort of, you know, not fully using it, and probably again he's worried about the caps and bazookas. Of course, now he's got something even bigger to be worried about. The Stuart light tank. And getting a regular anti-tank done there. Stuart light tank advances. Moving straight for the goal here. Nice hit there. Auto cannon having little effect there. Trying to get away. But it's too late. Panzerfaust goes off. If only he had an anti-tank gun, but that's certainly too late now. And right here we're seeing the 2nd Infantry Division really sort of pushing back the Panzerlehr. Initially, a bit of a nasty struggle there for Helpinghans, though he's not giving up. Quick shot there from the sniper. Quickly robs an American of his life. Very aggressive push then. So the question is, how will Hans recover from this? I mean, scout car certainly a bit expensive there, was already pretty much put out of commission. There you go, going to take up in the house. Captain point blank firing everything he's got in through the windows. Alternating flamethrowers are now available here for him, but he seems more content actually killing most of his riflemen with Brownings, which is certainly not a bad idea either. There you go, Panzer up there, Canona on the way here for Helpinghans to sort of try and break the stalemate. Over to Hansi, 3 Grenadiers, 1 Pioneer, Sniper MG in a pack. Quick rifle grenade there, nice hit there, snuffing out the lives of several Americans. But there you go, got the steward fully repaired, ready to once more fight for the United States. Getting off a few good hits before pulling back. Hans there struggling, rather rapidly moving out, then he's practically got no map control whatsoever. This is definitely going to be a huge challenge. His opponent's got most of the map, he's got most of the fuel, most of the munitions. I mean, he's just getting tons of resources here. I mean, Hans really going to have to deliver a knockout blow and some serious damage to his opponent. Interesting enough, there's no upgrades here for the Grenadiers, no light machine and Gewehr, which could help with versus infantry. Panzer goes on the way. Wonder what he might be planning with those. I mean, versus all those rifles with the BARs, the Panzer Grenadiers are going to be of, well, quite frankly, of limited usage. And already here, I mean, 11 minutes in, we're already seeing a major here. HappyPhace is clearly pushing that dominating sort of manage to gain back here. Pioneers doing what they can up close here. The rifle, in fact, might get overwhelmed here. 2 BARs, but they're losing it to the Schmeissers. Schnell kills him up close. Murders him. Leaves them crying into the night. Well, ones that survive. Well, there you go. Sort their push back. Things the MG42 going to help the centre, going to sort of limit the amount of movement that HappyPhace can make towards there. Sniper setting up as well. Slowly moving up, pack covering. Pioneers to pull back for some reinforcement. Would be a waste to lose that BAR already. Although part of me would say he probably should have had those on the Grenadiers instead. I suppose wanted Knight to survive before that. And there you go, moving up the centre, the captain in the way. Heroically, maybe a bit foolhardily, and showing a bit target practice for the Germans. Dieter, just shoot for the bars on the helm. And there you go, the Pioneers are in deep Scheisse as the steward sets in. And there we go, Hans a slightly happy move there, ended up in tears. As the steward quickly put a stop to that. Rather quickly make a move there for the Browning automatic. And we gain it for the United States of America and freedom. But looks like the Rifle could go down. A quick shot there, quick shot there. No, he made it out there. Bloody close, bloody close. Hans still seriously struggling here. He needs to turn this around. Schnell before his opponent begins hammering in with armor. And other nasty things. Not entirely sure what he's going to achieve here with the Panzer Grenadiers. They're not really getting much done at the moment. No sign of commando, by the way, either. There are a few options, but none chosen so far. None chosen. Yes, one shooting in there, got a bit of wildfire versus the Grenadiers. Panzer is moving for the south. Grenadiers have versus riflemen, they might want to pull back. And there you go, Panzer was running from the rear, and there you go. Cool, stop up, stop up, stop up, get more accurate. No! Oh, he knows the chance to really get a lot of damage in on the rifleman, I think. He could maybe get a chance of wiping them out, in fact. Down to one man, down to one man. He's trying to get off a rifleman on retreat. And he gets it, he gets it! Never mind then, he gets a full wipe there on the rifleman, dropping a BAR for his Grenadiers to pick up, and a bit of a light machine gun action in there. And there we go, a mobile defense has been chosen, a Puma heavy armored car Sperra Panzer Speedwagon has been mobilized here, rolling forwards rapidly, remorselessly. While the Grenadiers are set upon down south by the Stuart. Puma is not moving down to support, by the way. Could have done that. Ambulance up here, we're seeing a forward station here under the command of the Major.
New units are ready to deploy.
And there we go. First shot straight there. The Puma, though, misses both. Another shot fired. Into the night. And there we go, he's actually summoning up some Ostrom reserves, although technically, I mean, by the time of the Adens, any Ostrom would have been essentially Hilfswilliger, since otherwise they'll pretty much pull back from all frontline duty. In this case, it would be Hilfswilliger pressed into frontline duty, well, due to sheer desperation. Oh, the sniper went down! Oh, that's going to hurt Hans a bit there. And they're going white phosphorus barrage going down there. White phosphor used for smoke, for illumination. Also very, very toxic. And if you get it on you, it's not good. It's basically going to melt you. And it can't be put out by water, by the way. And there you go, the Ostrom forced to move forward nonetheless. Don't worry, my friends, it's not toxic. But that guy's choking. No, he's not. He's laughing. Yeah. Ha ha ha. There's Ravner holding up there. Puma sort of running a live support, but not really seeing much. And it's there. Facing off as the captain. Ostrom moving aggressively. He's sort of having a bit of a larger force acting as opponent, which allows him sort of move forward to secure points. And Tatanka turning up there. Stuart moving up. Pack 40 moving in. Needs to make Snell. And they got Captain apparently finally trying to get out of there. Another shot from the Puma, another miss, another whiff. Alternating her fuel cache up very forward, very close to the enemy, a bit almost like a sort of taunt to Helping Hands. Now getting a mortar as well. Hans feeling perhaps a bit more confident in some regards. There you go, using the Ostrom again to sort of basically rapidly secure territory. In fact, he could add in some counter-attack tactics to secure them faster. As a thought. Hans was moving in the survive from the Rifles, only going to go good shots there. But then the Alphos retreat. Units falling back as well. And there you go, the Stuart sets in. Puma could move up support. And there we go, armor arrives for HappyPhace as Sherman mobilizes. Now that Puma's not really managing much so far. Can't be fun to be Hansi. Still, he's managed to somehow, thanks to the Ostrom reserves, build up a rather sizable force. Which, if used properly, can make it very difficult then for HappyPhace to sort of hold a lot of territory. And could force him to actually spread out his forces a bit. But Sherman fighting away there. Another Puma is an option, and then again he might also consider taking up and going for some regular armor. There you go, another white phosphorus barrage. More horrible smoke and fire. And there you go, Puma coming in direct fire from the Sherman. Needs to pull back. Smoke, Nebel, anti-tank rifle grenade. Ah, close to losing it. Pack 40 the firing of 8. And got mortar firing in as well. Good job there. And the Panzer seems to be the one sort of forced to do covering fire, but over here taking massive losses, while the Ostrom are forced to run the gauntlet. Maybe forward to switch into a sort of more supportive position. South is largely ignored. In fact, right now could be a good time to sort of sneak in some Ostrom, secure the southern territories there for Helping Hands. And here would also be a good time for incendiary armor picking up. There goes Sherman moving up. Puma continues to fight for covering fire as well. Armor closing getting hit by the Sherman. Ah, shot failed to penetrate. A very tense and desperate situation here for the Panzer layer. As once more the 2nd Infantry launches an all-out assault.
We are losing a sector.
Losing the center victory point as well. Oh, another rifle grenade there gets another unit on retreat. I mean, Hans is really displaying some serious rifle grenading skills right there. Definitely impressive to note. Very good judgment there in terms of, you know, when to time the rifle grenades and judge distance. There, oh, he's calling in a Panzer for command tank. A bit of an interesting move that could work out, but could also end up horribly. In particular, now that we're noting here that HappyPhace actually summoned up an EC8 as well. And that's definitely going to become quite the issue then for the Panzer IV command tank. Panzer IV out here, driving straight into everything, and he's taking heavy hits from every conceivable angle. Armor piercing rounds also up here. This is a bad situation here for the Panzerkampfwagen. There you go, popping smoke, but I don't think there's going to be any salvation there. Puma finding away. Pack 40 not within range, and there you go, the Puma lost as well. Brutal engagement right there for Helping Hands. The Ostrom are doing a bit of work there in the south, that's good. But overall, Hans really took some losses he could quite easily afford. But anti-tank and then dropped. He could sneak up the Ostrom and secure it. In fact, I would recommend it. If you saw that, he got cleared out though. If not, of course, it might be a bit more difficult to pull off. Admittedly. Panzer strikes on the way here for the Panzergrenadiere. Still, of course, going to add some anti-tank. So sadly not the anti-tank gun there. Mortar doing good work there. And again, the Ostrom here working out. Small harassment team, very expendable for that job. And also, not something that's going to hurt the overall war effort being drawn away from the front line. HappyPhace slightly forced away there. Granatenwerfer continues to fire. And a second pack on the way. So it only took a bit of time there. But back to HappyPhace. His force is now a bit more bloodied. A few good rifle grenades down the retreat really has hurt him. He's lost 2 rifleman squads there. So he's going to need somehow to recover for that in the longer term. Again, the veteran rifleman, of course, and the usage of BSRs will certainly do the best to minimize it. The effect of the attrition that way. And also got 3 tanks. I mean, to that extent, I mean, he's not exactly poorly off. If anything. There you go. Hans making a nice extended move there south. More packs, more sort of anti-tank to sort of try and dull the edge there from HappyPhace's armor. Pressure overall being applied heavily. And in the end, I mean, Hans was ultimately able to draw away a bit of attention from the northern parts, which was probably the main part of attention as well, from harassing down south, which should allow for a breakout here in the north, at least forcing back HappyPhace there and securing things a bit more. Still a bit surprised there's no light machine guns up for the Grenadiers. The only thing he's got there's a single Browning. And there you go, EC8 moving up there, coming with an inch on the Pack 40. The Pack 40, they're still focusing on their captain and his crew. And the EC8 quickly escapes the wrath of the Wehrmacht. Well, the other tanks sitting here to launch and stop me from here, though we've got the Pack 40 covering here. But making good use of the terrain to sort of avoid most of it, but then maybe realises against it.
Tank ready.
And another Puma arrives there for Helpinghans. Another EC8 also available there for HappyPhace, which would give him actually 4 tanks, 3 medium, 1 light. That would certainly be a force to contend with for Helpinghans. Goes showing up the centre. Puma needs to be careful. They're getting in the way. Learn to drive. And there you go. Panzerfaust off on the engine. He might be able to get it. Using the Puma maybe to scout and have the Pack 40 to get a few hits there. Of course, it's still going to be the EC8 covering. There you go, another white phosphorus smoke barrage, and there you go, EC8 all the way down to almost half health. Down to less. Another white phosphorus barrage towards the centre. Panzer is inside the building, might want to get out there before they choke to death. Oh! Bollocks! They're barely alive!
Just got a report of an infantry unit being wiped out.
I mean, the only thing that's keeping them walking is probably the threat of being shot for dying. That is against the Führerbefehl to die from white phosphorus smoke. Get up, you pansies! There you go, Sherman's right being repaired. They do take a bit of damage here. The Puma, though, is also going to need some repairs. And Hans really should consider him taking up eventually towards some slightly heavy armor. And again, the Ostrom sent out on a mission of taking away territory and drawing away forces from the north, which again is where the important resources that are easily defendable are. And now he's actually getting a Scot! Interesting, interesting. He's definitely going to be sort of heavy on armor.
Germans are making a push.
Puma, though, still not receiving any repairs. I mean, that's going to hurt it very soon if he doesn't get that fixed. I fear the Pioneers... Oh, there we go. He actually didn't have any. That would very much explain it. But Hans so far sort of orchestrating a nice defense. And to an extent, it's helped all for the fact that HappyPhace so far really hasn't gotten much in it. All he's got really is the white phosphorus. Of course, with the M8 Scott, that's about to change. Packs also shifted up here to be more covering each other. Seem to think that very much the strike will come from the north. So that's definitely good to leave the centre slight south here, south a bit more exposed. And there you go, we are seeing quickly the Stuart being dispatched south instead. M8 Scott's in there. We might see a Panzerfaust here on it. There we go, Panzerfausted. 2 Panzerfaust down to less than half health. Puma charging through here. A hailstorm of Americans in my armour clearing out the north here. Pack 49 is going to cover, but looks like here Hans has really set his sight to the south. We're noting a second Puma up north. Puma here not moving to clear out things. Panzer Grenadiers packs up. And there you go, engaging the Stuart. Getting out the crew, and he's... Oh dear, he accidentally retreating it, I think. Or he might have intentionally actually retreated. Either way, he just handed over Stuart light tank to the enemy. Slightly bad news, and there you go. Sherman engaged here from some side to Pax and Pantrex. He could end up losing a tank here, and he might even lose the tank. Oh, he lost, killed the crew, and also wrecked the Sherman. That was a bit of a miss there. But a bit hard to tell. Either way, now I need to get some pioneers there to repair it. Repair it, schnell. Good job, the pioneers were already there. Also noting the Puma is actually veterans to 1, which opens up for target weak point, which means that there's a counter-attack to let the Stuart can actually stun them and buys them some time, which would be very much recommendable. But right here, Hans has been able to deliver a sort of more solid blow. He's knocked out a few tanks, and he's also managed to secure himself a light tank here. So things might be looking slightly better.
Our supply line just got cut off.
But there we go, an EZ8 is being dispatched. I mean, he's going to have a sort of combination here to might be deal with it again. Target weak point, but also this one, of course, with the shots that can actually stun as well with every hit. So there's a small chance there, although it's a bit exposed, a bit vulnerable. There we go. Get the Puma moving up. Need to shift over to those shots. The stun. There we go. Crew stunned. Puma should also target the weak point as soon as possible. There we go, Panzerfaust off on the rear, but no target weak point. I think that was a mistake. There you go. Anti-tank rifle grenade knocks out the Puma. Definite mistake right there by him. In the end, he lost both the Stuart and the Puma. And the Sherman got some free shots there. That was definitely unfortunate. But nothing to do about that now. My flamethrowers now on some of the rifle here for HappyPhace. And attempting pushing up the centre. Oh, lost him. A rifle grenadier squad there with the BAR. But more guns actually equipped with light machine guns. That's good though. But still no sign of further taking up from Helpinghans. Bit distressing if anything. Still now Hans is sort of holding up a nice chunk of the map. Repairing tanks, of course, he's also got the tank crew there on its own. Nice bit of mortaring going in there. Sherman sneaking in from the north. All a bit quiet as both sides are making preparations, fixing things, getting their combat spirit up. Tanks will continue to hold out in a small hut, and there you go, artillery fire going in there from the M8 Scott. Very nice bit of self-lit artillery. Ooh, looks like he's trying to get the MD-40 Marine Corps the buildings to collapse. The Panzerists are quick to vacate the premises once they realise they might be in threat of being entombed. Tank crew there fighting on foot. Don't think it was very common for the Americans, though for the Germans it was actually common to see entire tank companies fight on foot since they had no tanks for replacements. That actually also happened in 1942-43, you know, the early stages of the war. Since the Germans throughout the war actually had a problem sort of having sufficient tanks. And there you go, quick Panzer taking on close to getting wiped up with the riflemen, though the smoke here might provide cover from the Puma, that is. Sherman's charging in there, large assault going in. more hits there to the rear. Panzer X, Pack 40 sending up Veteran 2. If we get Veteran 3, that's going to be good. There's going to be more. There we go. Sherman caught between 2 packs. And down. Puma cleared out though. Oh. Retreat there. Forces Scott getting a bit too close. Almost gets him on retreat and gets Veteran 1. But there we go. The fighting so far is rather getting heavy there. Both sides are suffering some nasty losses. Although we do note here that Hans is actually quite in the lead with damage and kills. So even if he's sort of having a bit of trouble, I mean, he had a bit of a rough start, but so far he's managed to climb back rather successfully. He's done some very nasty damage against a very good rifle grenading in particular. I think sort of helped him come back into the fight. The packs are also definitely making it a bit harder for HappyPhace to sort of roll about easily with his tanks. The Pumas to a lesser extent also, but I don't think he's getting quite as much out of them, I fear. And the command tank was also a bit of a duck, but sort of the mortar and the other things they're sort of, you know, keeping up the pressure, bleeding out the light machine guns as well. And of course the Ostrom also having, you know, secure more territory. So in that regard, you know, it's not half bad. As for HappyPhace, you know, he sort of led strongly. I mean, he's sort of petered out here by the mid-game. He's sort of encountering more serious resistance. He's losing tanks left and right now, and the infantry's also taking a bit of beating. And again, he's got a command that can sort of work towards that. I mean, currently, I mean, looking at his situation, I mean, it's overall not bad. I mean, he's got a reasonable amount of infantry. A part of me would say, you know, he should upgrade the tank crew here, I think, with maybe some Browning sort of further help them so they don't have to get up close and personal with their grease guns to do anything. That might be an idea here for HappyPhace. Though, I mean, beyond that, more armor would be good. I mean, another UC8, or he might also want to consider his Jackson sort of in the longer run to help as well, you know, in case Hans gets up some heavy armor. In fact, hopping over to Hans, I think really he should consider sort of armoring up by now. I mean, tag up, get some more heavy armor. I don't really think, you know, considering your role, how things are playing out, that you should keep getting Pumas. I mean, there's a sort of point where, you know, just keep getting Pumas is not really going to be a viable strategy, in particular once your opponent has a certain armor advantage numerically, and that's very much what HappyPhace has. Plus, anti-tank and select is really going to limit the amount that the Pumas can actually do, and he's also several, so he really should consider, you know, tanking up towards something a bit bigger gun-wise. I mean, you know, hit tier 2, tier 3 our way, get a support armor core up, get some Stooks out, or get some... Right, sorry about that, somehow the recorder disabled itself. I accidentally pressed the key. Either way, you know, get support armor core up, get some armor, right? I don't think the Pumas in the long run are going to be that durable, and again, as more armor pulls out from HappyPhace there with the Easy 8s. So really, he should consider sort of building up towards something a bit more armoured, a bit more damaging, and something that might also harm the infantry a bit more reliably. But back to the fighting, very much so. In fact, he's just called out another command tank, and I don't think at the moment that's really what he ought to be looking for. He should be looking something for a bit more of a stable platform, and again, taking up. Of course, it's a bit too late now. Pack there cleared out. Needs to be sort of rapidly recruited. Instead, we see another Befehlspanzerkampfwagen in the colours of the interior. Well, armour colours actually. Basically, that was a camouflage, sort of just using whatever colours that paint was actually meant to be used inside of the tank. A little fun fact there. Scott there continues blasting away. Ostrom here getting quite the pelting and certainly forced off the field as well. Well, there we go, getting Veteran 2 here for the mortar crew. Looks like one of the Ostrom squads were utterly wiped out. The fields around there firing away.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
A wrecked Easy 8 slowly smoking away. Like a poorly maintained grill or barbecue. Oh wait, Panzer IV rolling in. Of course, the much Sherman is striking in again. Puma moving up there. I mean, as long as it's in sort of in certain territory, it's only going to be a bit harder for the Sherman to deal because again they will do reduced damage to the defensive bombs here. And there we go. Shots fired off, didn't do much. Puma though needs sort of fire as well, get some shots there. I mean, the Veterans one again could get off target weak point, which would help a bit. Panzer is moving up, Pack 40 and not recruit. A quick job there by the Ostrom, could get that back in the fight. Oh, the MG42 got wiped here for the veteran 3 rifleman. That was bad, that was bad. Things are increasing up. We have Helpinghans. Pack 40 there has been recruited heroically. He's about to lose the other Pack 40 here to the rifleman. But we do see the field plants moving up. Almost close to wiping out its own units there in its further. Oh! Units bunch up there. Nice hit, nice hit. Shooting Friedrich. And there you go, doing a good job, doing a good job. Flamethrower, everything has been poured out for the Panzer gun here, but not quite succeeding. And a fun anti-tank grenade there, damaging the engine. And there you go, anti-tank gun fire, howitzer fire. And a fresh Ostrom reserve unit called in. Still no veterans yelling, but at least this time around, one of them has a light machine gun, a lightest machine and Gewehr, adding a bit more presence. And there we go. HappyPhace made a slight mistake there. He moved this one a bit too far ahead and he's taking absolute vicious beating there. And there we go. There's smoke going off. He could fire attack round here. No. Gets away. Gets away. Very close there. Very close. Nice hand there of HappyPhace. Good job there using smoke to cover up the retreat. A very potent ability there on the Shem to get yourself out of a nasty scuffle like he did right there. But again, pushing towards the south. This time he's actually not using Ostrom for it. Yet, and the vehicle crew there's a bit under fire there. Their stylish jackets providing no cover versus the light machine gun. A quick bun grenade here could be good. There we go. Geballte Ladung. Another Puma down. He's not really having much luck with those. And he neatly keeps falling in a new one there. I mean, it's a bit of a problem for him. And it's rather preventing him from teching up, I feel. And rather getting something that can resist a bit more than the few hits from a Sherman, which again is a bit the thing that's currently holding back Helpinghans here. Quickly moving in for the Panzerfaust. Failing to penetrate the frontal armour. MG42 cleared out.
Taking our territory.
And there we go, engagement. Oh, he could lose the vehicle crew here. The Krauts.
The territory is out of contact.
There you go, the field plants moving up, once more cut off from the fuel. Not looking too happy there for Hans and the Panzer.
100 points remaining.
Points are continuing ticking down. All a bit quiet.
Ready for orders.
And there you go, they're going to lead us down south. Took, well, rather heavy. There you go, 18 kills for HV2 there. That's only going to make it more lethal. And an anti-tank gun heavy for crewing, although he should repair it. The state of that anti-tank gun is pretty much ready to collapse. Media continues to draw in everybody. Still no sign of taking up their Helpinghans. And we're noting here 2 EC8s again. And oh, there we go. Looks like a mine went off, knocking out the engine rather heavily. That Sherman is probably not going to make it back home. Panther falling in the way. Puma should probably try and get off the shots in that Panther Command. Needs to get away. It's actually a bit close there, going to make it easier to knock it out. There you go, taking heavy damage. There you go, though. Got the Sherman. There we go. Scott moving up. Anti-tank gun there, but also getting one hit, and that's going to be good night, Larry. There you go, driving up close. Anti-tank gun firing. Puma almost got it. There we go. EC8 kaput. Rifle continuing their way forwards. And there go the Puma, got a killing hit there on both of them, knocking that on the retreat. That was nicely done there, gaining veterans 1 and thus opening up for target weak point. Which is sadly an ability I think Hans has not really been making use of, considering all the packs and such as, and the Pumas. I mean, it's really something I think that could help him, you know, finish off the Shermans, ensuring they don't get away. Which could overall, I think, help Hans in the longer run, but it's a bit too late. Still no sign, by the way, of taking up the more pioneers. Apparently they're getting lost rather at a rapid rate. There's only a few Shermans littering the battlefield. Why now? Of course, we got the Great Scott here firing. Blasting away the 75mm high explosive rounds. Like lethally improvised artillery PCTs. Might want to repair that. Ooh, going for the fuel point. He's actually going for HappyPhace's fuel point. A bit of harassment finally from Hans in that direction. That's good, though he might want some infantry to support the Panzer, as the Panzer is going to be exposed to those, say, riflemen. The Brownings. There you go. Ostrom in there with a light machine gun, getting the cover bonus. Good, there we go. The rifle on the wrong side of the cover. Oh, he actually falls back. I think we would have done the job there. Need to get that cover bonus. There we go. Cover bonus back. Then he's flanking in. And now the rifleman actually in deep trouble there. 2 light machine guns. And there you go. Rifleman wiped out between the 2 units. Sherman still holding out there. Needs to be soon pulled out. Still no taking up. Panzer is forced away. Ostrom didn't really manage much either. And the armor and vehicles are being repaired. You're certainly seeing here that HappyPhace is beginning to run a bit out of steam, though he's still got an advantage of victory points.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
And Hans calls in another Puma. Alrighty then. He's still not repaired the anti-tank gun, by the way. He could end up getting that one. The Pumas are moving up. He's expecting an explosion to land in the north, and certainly looks like here that HappyPhace is preparing to land a northern strike. So good guess there by Hans. Rifleman charging, and there we go, anti-tank close to getting up, there we go, Veterans 1. Take aim, take aim! Veterans 2. Come on, take aim! And in the end got knocked out there, I think, by the anti-tank again. The lack of repairs, in the end it became its undoing. And back here to HappyPhace. Again, the forces are noticeably smaller now. Again, Hans definitely holds advantage, but again, I think rather depends on him actually taking up, sort of fully push it out there before it's too late. Because he's rather relying heavily on some lighter equipment at the moment, which is not necessarily going to resist a very well-placed strike from HappyPhace. In particular now, Hans could in fact risk overextending. I mean, he's got a ton of munitions, so I mean, he could definitely consider some mine tuning there to sort of help versus that. But we'll of course have to see how this actually works out in the end. There we go. Another EC8. And this one closing in on Veterans 2. Larger assault setting up there once more. It looks like the armor might actually move southwards. Going to strike versus the command tank, which is very much in its own, which is not really where it excels, by the way. Still not taking up. All a bit quiet again. I mean, both sides are sort of, you know, playing around. They're not entirely sure. I mean, particular Hans seems a bit nervous now. Not entirely sure why he wants to hold up things and what to expect. Another MG42, still no sign of taking up. I really think he needs to take up.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Go another 50 caliber on top.
Alright, fellas, final checks.
The M8 Scott was one of the major variants of the Stuart light tank. One used by, I think, the British and the Australians and Canadians was actually the Jackalope or something like that. It was sort of like a transport van where the turret had been ripped off and it was basically used as an armoured personnel carrier. Little fun fact there. I believe some also just ripped off the turret and added a 50 caliber and just used it like a sort of armoured light reconnaissance vehicle like that, like basically a big M20 utility car.
Rear echelon squad ready for action. Alright, you dopes, listen up.
Well, there you go, making progress in the north and the south. And again, Hans sort of milling about. He's not entirely sure where to strike. He's a bit unsure of himself, it would seem. The Pumas are milling north, the infantry is heading north. Pumas heading south, infantry heading north, while the armor's heading north, leaving everything open there for an armoured strike there. There go lots of light machine guns. And there you go. Scott moving up there, 27 kills, close to 23. Getting off some good hits there. And there we go, Sherman trying towards the centre, Pumas exposed. Pack 40 not in a covering position. And there you go, smoke popping up. Veteran with this Easy 8. Still no sign of armour.
Looks like we're getting into the excitement. Ready, set.
This is definitely very much still up in the air as to who's going to win. In particular now that HappyPhace is getting back on his feet. He's of course also got the option here for calling in veteran riflemen to sort of further replace the loss of his hat, but he seems to be further focusing on armour. No, never mind, there we go, using the veteran, well, elite rifleman training or whatever, you know, still to sort of, you know, get up fresh troops which are still more than just raw. And again, it's a bit one of the major advantages of this company, in fact. But Hans, very much in terms of holding territory, though he seems to be sort of largely a bit more lackadaisical. And he's got tons of munitions. Mines should very much be considered, in particular S-mines, I think, should be very much considered. And there you go, we got some telemines here actually. But a part of me would say they should actually be part of the defence. Some minor ones here, but still a larger part of the defence up here in the north and centre. 31 kills, that Jackson has, or not Jackson, but Scott there's paid off handsomely. Was that some debris that was flying through the sky there? And there you go, laying down a smoke screen. He's actually researched grenades. He's laying down a serious smoke screen there. Nice job. Oh dear, looks like this could be an assault going in there. He's using this to not just move up the infantry, but also the armour. Interesting, interesting. Nice to see there. Very excellent assault tactics. Most commendable, but then seems to be lacking a bit of assault spirit then. Never mind then. I suppose you could also just use the Sherman to actually lay down the smoke screen around the victory point and then move through that. I mean, that's very much a consideration. Or, you know, use this one, which in fact would have been free. I mean, that's a bit more the surprise he didn't just use that, actually. So, I mean, not a bad idea, but, you know, execution-wise, I think it could have been done with more volume for a cheaper cost, rather than the 15 cost there. There you go, Panzerfaust went off the rear of the Scott. Hans strikes back a bit viciously, still no sign of taking up. And rather, his things seem to fizzle out a bit there. Bit of a shame there for HappyPhace. Still, I mean, he's got time, but now things are beginning to run out here. Hans is beginning to be a lot more confident in things. He's got a much stronger position now. Again, he's got a larger force, and he can easily replenish it with more research. But finally, 46 minutes of the game, we're seeing a support armor corps. I definitely think that should have been out at least 15 to 20 minutes earlier. And now we're seeing another EC8, so which is up to now 3 of them. And the question is, can Helpinghans actually hold back all of this armour? With a few anti-tankers up, which are by the way heavily spread out, the Panzerfaust and the Pumas. And the Pumas will definitely have a bit of trouble with their penetrating the frontal armour. A lot of the shots will bounce. Ostrom here doing what they can with a light machine gun, holding back vehicle crews and other things.
Sherman ready to go.
Could the assault be going in any time now? What could he be planning? Rifle in again, you know, sort of trying to catch and retreat. With this case, the troops don't take quite the path that Hans had anticipated. At the same time, up north, Puma taking heavy damage here from the Sherman. No, not the Sherman, but the anti-tank gun there with armor piercing his sapper rounds. This is bad, this is bad. Tanks rushing up there, but they couldn't have in front here. Anti-tank gun. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. And there we go. Panzer IV Command taking the hits. So Paul McCoy's up. What could be on the way? He's got resources well for Panzer IVs. He might want to present getting a lot of Stoots could also work. Pack 40 outmaneuvered. Other pack needs to get down here where the Panzer is, where the Panzer strikes. Where's the target weak point? Use the target weak point. You got munitions for it. But it's not happening. Puma down. Pack down. Command tank about to go down as well. Pack 40 down here, not moving down. Smoke appearing good, but still without target weak points. Not going to last long, I fear. And there goes Stuger rein, but it's not shooting either. I mean, he could use target weak point again. He could actually be the easy target for the Sturmgeschütz. Target civic point Friedrich. Shoots him there, you know, everywhere. The entire Sherman is a weak point. Oh dear, and it got away there. Oh dear. I mean, Hans just here took an absolute heavy hammering right there. Most of his forces probably just got wiped out. There you go, one Sherman abandoned. Moving forwards. But anti-tank could be... Oh! No! Let's see right there on the Scott, and the Stoop went down. Absolutely catastrophic right there. He could replace it with another Stoop, probably should. But again, I definitely think the lack of a target weak point, then overall no target weak point you see here from Hans, is really allowing HappyPhace to move around a lot more independently than he probably ought to be allowed. And now, of course, he's just got the large infantry force again. And Hans, in comparison, let's just switch over here. I mean, got nothing. He lost all the Ostrom, all the grenadiers. He's down to a few MGs, some Panthers, and other stuff there. But overall, his force is not very strong right now. In fact, it's quite the opposite of strong. Calling on those search once more. There you go. Veterans free. But I would say at this stage, Hans's chances of recovery are looking near nil. I think it would require divine intervention from the gods, so an absolute stroke of genius from Hans to turn this around. And I'm certainly not going to put Hans beyond that, but I would say the chances are pretty slim nonetheless. The Ostrom now advancing here, getting off as many shots as they can. Overwhelming the riflemen for sheer numbers. Mortar, by the way, has been doing an alright job here, but certainly nothing compared to that Howard's motor carriage. Go, pack following cleared out. Sherman coming from the south here. Puma doing what he can. Or Puma doing what Puma does. Trying to blast here with the Sherman. Nice job there. Pack cleared out. That's everything going to head further. And the pack crew went down. Hans's forces are getting absolutely browbeaten now. Doing his best to recover, but sadly with limited luck.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Panzers are close to going down. Gebaldelano. What the trick? Panzer's almost getting the rifleman there, the MG42 joining in. Browning dropped. Oh dear. Can he make it? Yes, he did.
We are losing a sector.
More smoke going down. Lots of smoke going off, in fact. Stealing away the anti-tank right on the nose of Helpinghans.
25 points. Do not let them defeat us.
Oh, this is... And now he's called in a third Puma. Oh dear. This is overall looking grim. 3 Pumas, but most of them are in a terrible condition. And he's facing off versus much heavier armor. Points also taking down. And there you go, Veterans is free for the EC8. Vet-22 Puma took a shot right through the chassis, and good night. Game over, a loss for Germany, a victory for the United States, a very close battle in several cases. I mean, Hans really did extraordinarily well, and basically coming back from that kind of start there versus the Rifle Company. Some well play there, but you know, in the end, I think the problem was essentially partly in some places he felt maybe a bit too defensive, but he stuck too much to the Pumas, and I think he lingered too long before he actually teched up. That, I think, was sort of his major problem here. I think he should have taken up much sooner. If he'd done that, I think he'd been able to sort of better assist all the heavier armor. Secondly, and that's sort of a bit more of a sort of tactical issue that rather kept cropping up, but that was the lack of target weak point. Again, it rather repeatedly allowed HappyPhace several times, you know, get a tank out in an otherwise tight spot. Had he gotten target weak point off, I think could actually several times, you know, gotten a tank and knocked it out. So that, I think, was a bit of an issue there, and certainly could have been more mines here and there as part of the larger defences of where most of his forces were. The mines much here down south were much easier cleared up by minesweepers, which is also something you have to be mindful of. So that is another thing there to keep in mind. But that has been really well played, and Hans, you know, really some excellent rifle grenades there on the retreating towards. That was absolutely excellent there. And again, I mean, he really did well in coming back from that kind of thing. But again, he stuck around too much with the Pumas. A bit of a fatal flaw there. HappyPhace, you know, kept up as well. You know, he was looking several times down the abyss as well as Hans struck back. I mean, the force he was also playing in the losses he was suffering, because to a certain extent he rather, you know, took the bait sometimes with the Hans lit up with the Ostrom and other things, you know, allowing Hans to sort of quickly take back a larger chunk of the map. But you know, overall he had a good solid unit composition. He had artillery, machine guns, well, not actually machine guns, even their decent, you know, armor, anti-tank. He made good use of abilities overall, and also good use of smoke, absolutely good use of smoke, which was also vital in keeping his units alive several times throughout the fight. Sometimes though he got a bit too eager, a bit too greedy, and Hans of course punished that quite severely. In the end, I mean, he sort of held on quite nicely and sort of was able to push his way through. But again, you know, at several times he was a bit more greedy than he could have been arched, and again, you know, had Hans used target weak point, he'd probably been punished for that much more surely. Or sort of armoured up, he might also done that, because again, the Sherman EC8s in the long run are quite expensive, and again, the sort of lighter Pumas only sort of allowed him to get away with that. So that's a little something there to keep in mind. But thank you all for watching. Hope you learned. If you did, you know, also enjoyed, of course, do feel free to subscribe. Then share with your friends, share with everyone. If not, you know, send in a review on your own, provide some feedback in the comments. Also feel free to, you know, disable ad block when watching these videos. That would certainly make me happy. But this is Imperial Dane saying cheers, and see you all tomorrow.